Prescott and the Cowboys have reportedly met, and the numbers that have been discussed include $33 million annually and $105 million guaranteed. According to Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News, Cowboys officials met with Dak's representatives twice since the end of the NFL scouting combine. So, Shannon, what do you make of this report?
Nothing. Yeah. Nothing, absolutely nothing. If you notice, they're still trying to, this is the Cowboys side. And they're releasing this through Calvin Watkins. They're releasing this through Adam Schefter because they're still trying to paint Dak as being greedy. If you believe so much in Dak, go on and give him that 3 years, $105 million, fully guaranteed, Skip Bayless.
Come on, Skip.
And I will reiterate this again. What the Cowboys are trying to do, and they started this at last year's combine, portraying Dak as greedy. If he's unwilling to give us a hometown discount, money is more important than winning. So what you've tried to do is that Carson Wentz got what he got, 108 guaranteed. Jared Goff comes behind him, get 112 million guaranteed. Dak signs a full year, wants the Dak to sign a full year later after he's navigated minefields and shark-infested waters. Take less guaranteed money than two guys got in front of him. So what you do when you do that, you suppress the market. Now all of a sudden, where the market is continuing to grow, expand, you shrink it. Oh no, Dak was the last guy to sign, and this is what he got. No, Todd France said, Jerry, I'm not gonna have him happen on my watch. Oh, he needs to call Jerry for what? Dak Prescott, a guy that's a football player, you want him to get in the
Wait, did he just say he's a football player?
With a guy that do
Chris Miller,
million-dollar
thank you
deals.
for that super chat.
That's why I hired Todd France. That's why you hire financial guys, Skip Bayless. If I could handle my own money, I wouldn't need a financial guy. But I got him for a reason. And what reason do I have him if I'm not going to listen to the information that he's giving me?
Oh, my goodness. Preach it. Preach
Baby, to make you slick.
Come on. You think he's slick. You think he's slick.
Yeah, you a cowboy. Yeah. Y'all think y'all slick.
Give me the bucket over there.
To make a long story short.
Please, Skip. Please, Shannon. Make a long story short.
Still not 100% sure. Because I can assure you, when it comes time for Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, and my homeboy to get their money, there will not be any of this back and forth. There will be none of this waffling. If you're sure Russell got his money, no problem. Aaron Rodgers got his money with 2 years left on his deal. Now this man has played the contract out, a fourth-round pick. He said the hometown discount I gave you is when you got me in the fourth round, and I didn't make $2 million. I still hadn't made $2 million in salary. What I've made in endorsements off the field is not your concern. Skip Bayless, they don't believe in him. And you know what this is doing now.
Come on, Skip.
This is causing bad blood because they're going to slap the franchise tag on it. And you're building a Kirk Cousins situation because you're going to start betting against yourself. And this is not going to end well.
By the way, point of order, the franchise tag will hinge upon...
Eddie, I want to talk to you, Eddie. I don't like the way you treat me, Eddie.
What's happening, Eddie?
On if the new CBA gets ratified and approved by the end of this week.
Right.
Because there's a deadline on Thursday, basically.
Yep,
and if it is ratified, if it's in place, there's only one franchise tag, and it might go to Amari Cooper. So that would necessitate getting this done or not.
Right.
Okay. So here's the point.
Skip.
You're saying that the Dallas Cowboys are trying to paint Dak as the bad guy, right?
They're doing a great job of it.
Because that's what they do.
I completely and utterly disagree with you because that's what's called classic cutting off your nose to spite your face. He is the face of their franchise, and he's the one guy you don't want to vilify publicly because you can't risk it going forward. You need to make this deal happen or not happen, but if it happens, you need him to be in his image intact as the face of your franchise and the leader of your football team. If you want to vilify him, there's one huge missing variable here that we have not heard from either side, and that is how much is Dak asking for? You have no idea unless you know something that I don't know, Because I think it's way out of bounds what he's asking for. And if Jerry and Steven, Jones, want to go to the mat, if they want to get down and dirty, they will release what the final offer was on the other side, or the final ask on Dak's side, because it could be outrageously out of bounds to the point that everybody in Cowboy Nation would sit back and say,
Damn.
That's just terrible. You're really greedy, Dak, but nobody's thinking that.
Skip,
yet.
you know how these contracts work. All that 40 years for 5 years for $200 million means nothing. How much in guaranteed money
How
are you
much?
going to get?
Bingo. And we still don't even have a report about the guaranteed portion. Remember, everything we're talking about right now was offered before the season started. The $33 million and the $105 total were offered before the season started.
Correct.
And then everybody's reporting that Dak got hot first 3 games, you remember?
Yeah.
And he decided to bet on himself going forward, and a stalemate occurred, right? An impasse occurred that the ice hasn't been broken, even though they had a couple of conversations, one at the combine, one after the combine.
Honest question,
Okay?
Skip Bayless. They come to Dak Prescott in September before the season starts, and they say, Dak, we got 115 to 120 guaranteed, which is $5 to $8 million more than Jared Goff got.
Hey, wait, you're talking about a different number. That's the total of the contract.
No.
That's not guaranteed.
Yes.
That is not guaranteed. You want to talk about guaranteed
Yeah,
at
how much-
signing?
how much- no.
The number is guaranteed at signing. The highest in the NFL is Matt Ryan at 94.5. Even Carson Wentz, he got 108 total. Supposedly this offer to Dak was 105. But again, Carson Wentz got guaranteed at signing $66.5 million.
No,
That's low.
No. I'm saying guaranteed because the guaranteed money that Wentz got is 108. The
Okay, but
guaranteed
it's
money.
not really guaranteed. It's how much is guaranteed at signing.
There you go.
There you go, Skip.
So Matt Ryan got outrageous guaranteed at signing, 94.5. I don't know how much of the 105 offered is guaranteed. I have no idea. But Mike Florio is making the case, and I don't know, maybe he's been prompted by somebody internally and in-house in Dallas because it's more team friendly to look at it. But he's saying the 33 annual that was offered way back before the season started would make him the highest annual paid in the league, higher than Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson's deal, if I can be simple with this, was already in place, and they added new money on top of it. But you also, of course, you have to factor in old plus new. That drags it down to 31.4.
Correct.
Okay, so his 35 overall, according to Florio, it's semantics.
Right.
But he semantically is looking at it as less than the 33. So Florio is trying to advance the idea that, wait a second, the 33 offered back in September before the season started was the...
Wait. Hold up. Are we talking about the same Mike Ferrerio who also started out and said there might be a tape out of Des Bryant that's 10 times worse than, damn, I can't remember his name. Damn, the running back that hit his wife. What's happening to Tierra? Tierra, did you notice something different? Tierra. Did you notice something different tonight? Okay, all right. Okay, so Mike Ferrera, we should actually say this. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, I can't make it without you guys. So let's get open for business here. Let's wake up my football gods here. And Derek, yes, you got in under the wire. I made sure I put it in there. I hope I didn't screw it up. I think I got it in there, so we're in good shape. So let me handle some business here, okay? Because we're trying to run a business here, okay? Trying to run a business here. All right, Friday night was epic. Friday night was one of those things that I have been dreaming about being able to do. I have been working my ass off. Well, actually, I got an old man ass, so there's not much left of it anymore. To try and build this to become like a sports bar. To be like a great place. This is like, my Bristol, Connecticut, okay? So this is my sports studio. We had Law Nation in the house, and Law Nation's actually going to be back in a couple of weeks. So I think during the autograph... What? Oh, wait. I don't know if I can answer this well. Okay, let me answer it. Hold on. Can you hear me? Philip?
Hey, what's up?
Just doing a little live stream here. What's going on?
Oh man, I just
Okay, I am on live, Philip.
are you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just warn you before you say anything.
No, it's good, man. I just everybody says sources say I hear, we hear.
Wait. Okay, now, is this privileged information?
No, I'm
Okay.
not saying anything that's not.
Okay.
I mean, I just want people should know that that's not. That sources aren't saying that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much to these contracts. There's guarantees. There's guarantees on signing. There's incentives. There's contracts. There's extended money. Like it's way too complicated for anybody to go, Dak's being greedy, or
Yeah.
this is the best contract. Really, the best contract? Come on, man.
Well, you know what I always say, Philip? I always say there's always three sides to every argument. Your side, my side, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth. And you're never going to say anything that's going to put you into a bad light. So we've always heard that, he's got a top 5 offer on the table, or it's $33 million. I pointed out that the Cowboys could offer me $33 million a year and say $1 guaranteed. So, is it really 33 a year? So, and that's the thing about it. And the sad thing is I'm sure that this is normal negotiations, but the Dallas Cowboys just put their dirty laundry out there for everybody to see, the skid marks.
Well, it's not even their dirty laundry; it's their laundry they want people to see.
Right. Yeah.
But the thing that gets me is when I first negotiated my first contract in music.
Yeah.
I was told by my lawyer, anytime it says always or never.
Yeah.
Or the highest, the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
It's exaggerated. Or don't sign it, because somebody's trying to make things better than they are.
Right.
Why are you saying never or always?
But I think that most people, I'm beginning to.
There's always a stipulation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I wonder, everything's changed from like when you and I grew up. When we used to go buy a car, we used to have to go to the car dealer, and you had to be able to be ready to walk away or you were going to get screwed. You'd walk in and your mind would say, I got $10,000, I can buy this car. But you don't want that guy to know that's how much you got for that car. That guy is going to go ahead and say, I can sell you that thing for 15, knowing that he can sell it for 12 and be real happy. And so it's going to be back and forth, and your best, possibility or your best way to negotiate is not out of desperation where you could walk away. And see, the Cowboys, of course, are trying to save face and say, we're trying to do this, that, and in the end, they always cave. This is what doesn't make any sense to me. In the grand scheme of things, you think about if you did offer him 33, what's $2 or $3 million more? That's not going to be the difference of winning a Super Bowl. To go ahead and make your guy happy.
My point about all that is, no way in the world is Dak not going to consider his teammates. No way in the world are his teammates going to go against him.
Oh, and they never do.
He's always going to consider everyone. And anybody who knows him, anybody who's ever worked with him, will tell you that he's always considerate of the people around him, and he's one of the best men you ever met. I used to say one of the best kids, but he ain't a kid no more. That's one of the best young men you ever met.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
You don't want to know, because he's going to tell you the truth.
Right.
And that's why he doesn't even do interviews right now, because if they ask him, he's not going to lie. He's going to tell the truth. And when people ask me, I'm telling you straight. I'm his uncle, and I don't know.
Right.
So how do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know? You don't even understand the contract. I've been explained to it in detail. Doesn't mean I understand it all, because there's too many little things they can do. They can back end load it. They can front end load it. They can give you a signing guarantee, and then they give you a guarantee. on your contract. Well, then you say guarantee. What guarantee are you talking about? I mean, there's terms and conditions and incentives and front end and back end loading, all these other things that are way above. That's why not even a master's degree athlete, Dak is with honors, a master's degree student athlete with honors
knows what the hell it is.
He's not negotiating.
Yeah.
Because he knows what it is, but he doesn't know how to manipulate that and work that out and find out what's best in his best interest. You know, he should call Jerry. Really? Why? Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
That's actually what Jerry Jones did with D-Law. It was kind of a backdoor way and almost got in trouble for it, too. Yeah, that's what he likes to do because he gets you that office there. Hey, let's just go. Here's some money for you, buddy. And here, let's just sign this thing. Man, we're family. Yeah, and he goes through and screws people over on that stuff.
That's like a prenup and calling your father-in-law.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to get done.
He's a lawyer who deals with these things. Oh, I'm going to call him. No. Like, it just doesn't make sense, Like, none of it does. And the thing that upsets me is about social media is you can have your opinions. While you're flipping burgers, whatever, you can have your opinions about what you think about trash, Prescott, or whatever. I don't care about none of that. What bothers me is when you don't know what you're talking about. At least be
we
truthful.
get a lot of that.
Yeah, when I took statistics in college, my producer said, my teacher walked in, my professor walked in and said, "Welcome to the manipulation of numbers to suit your needs.
Yeah.
He said, that's what this class is. We're going to teach you how to manipulate numbers and statistics to suit your needs. And that's what you can do. You can do it with all of them. You can go back and forth all you want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with these contracts and all this other stuff, it's even more complicated than that. So don't go talking crap about what you know. You don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. You know what I mean? They just don't know.
All right.
I didn't know you were live, man. I wasn't trying to cut in on your show.
Oh no, everybody's actually, like I said, everybody's actually enjoying it and stuff here because I think the world of you as well as Dak Prescott and everything else. And I just, I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I have been since the day I was born. I mean, I remember before they ever won a Super Bowl, I was a fan. So anybody that says I'm a bandwagon fan, they can pound sand. But I hate what the Cowboys always do when it comes to contracts is they always make the player to be out to be the bad guy and not a team player, where the Cowboys, they will cut your ass in a heartbeat the moment you are not producing. It is a cutthroat business, and most people don't seem to understand that, because when they say, well, don't pay Dak, well, this money's just going back to the owners. It's not like they're broke. This is like somebody working at Walmart. He's working for $7 an hour and stuff, and as opposed to the owners that are making billions. It's the same type of thing. So I'm never mad at a player getting paid for what they do, because they're giving up a quality of life and their life expectancy.
Well, we shouldn't pay them that much. But you got a mouse in your pocket? Who's we? You don't work with the Cowboys for the Cowboys. Your money ain't paying for none of that. What do you mean, we?
Right.
I wouldn't pay him. Well, good. You're not paying him, so shut up. I wouldn't pay him. Well, that's none of your business. You don't want somebody coming in. What other business is there where they go and they tell you how much money you're supposed to make?
Right. Well,
they don't do that.
Here's the thing I say. If you are willing to go to your job and say, I'll take a pay cut and I'll take less money than the other guy who's doing the same job or less than me, then you have the right to tell Dak to do the same thing. But I guarantee you, none of them are planning on doing that.
Yeah. Well, I got something else, and then I got to let you go, man.
Okay.
These hoo-haws who say, oh, well, he gets all this money on endorsements, too.
Oh, that ticks me off.
Let me tell you something. I love my nephew. He's like my son. He's like all his brothers. My nephews are like my sons. I got a daughter. I don't have any boys. So my nephews are my sons to me.
Uh-huh.
I don't get to see him, man. I haven't since he entered the league. I get maybe 2-3 days tops all year long, if I'm lucky, to where it's really just me and him. So add that up. In 4 years, that's 12 days. In 4 years. Why? Because when it's off season, he's working. Endorsements aren't free.
Yeah.
He's working for those endorsements.
Well, the minute I tell you what, is Quincy Carter getting any endorsements?
No.
Okay,
That's
right,
the point.
exactly.
Call Mississippi State.
No.
Mississippi State and ask them how much Dak's endorsement value is worth.
Right.
Call Mississippi State and ask them what his value is as a brand. Go ask them what he did for their school and how much money he made them.
Right.
And then come back to me and talk. But that doesn't even bother me, man. What bothers me is when they say, "Oh, he was going to make that money whether he was Baker Mayfield doesn't play for the Cowboys. He's on every commercial you see."
Yeah, well,
So,
but here's the difference. But
that's work, man.
Philip, here's the difference on it though. Think about the season that he had and didn't perform. You think he's going to get those endorsements this year? See, for me, I would rather my quarterback get paid and not have to do all these endorsements and stuff to try and keep up with the Joneses. But the reality is most people don't realize that, okay, yeah, well, $4 million is more money than I'll probably ever make. But if he got hurt and never, Cowboys wouldn't go through and say, well, here's a pension package for you. You're on your own. That's what they don't seem to understand. And when you got somebody like Charles Haley, who just had both knees replaced at 56 years of age, you got to start thinking about that. What are you going to be able to do after football? And it's not like they ain't making billions for Jerry Jones and, the Cowboys and all these other owners.
Look, it's not about the money, man. I mean, it is always got a little bit to do with it, but it's really not about the money. Dak's got a master's degree. He's smart. He's already got some money put up. He's going to be fine. He's smart with his money. He doesn't spend it crazy. He takes care of it. He works hard. But don't sit there and don't tell somebody from his family that those endorsements are worth that money, because we don't see our nephew. We don't see my mom has Alzheimer's, man.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She hasn't gotten to see him or spend time with him in years. And before it got bad. So the lady that took care of his mama while she went down with cancer, he has not been able to spend time with her because he's had to stay out there and make his money on the off season with endorsements and signings and appearances and everything else. So those people go straight to hell, dude. That pisses me off. You talk about endorsements. I don't care what the endorsements are. He's earning that money. And he's out there having to do that because he's not making any money, and he didn't hold out, and he played for peanuts. He's earned his money, man. He's earned his money. And the rest of them, your boy, let's just say KM, he goes straight to hell.
Oh, wow. I heard that. Okay. Philip, I hate to say it. Philip, I hate to say it, but you just made his day because he feeds on that stuff. He just loves it. He's a miserable human being that feeds on the fact that he can irritate others. See, that's the definition of a bully. They usually have low self-esteem, and they only feel better when they try and make others feel worse. So, you just made his day right there. Tell him to go, but it's all good.
I got a couple of E-barbs and a couple of Prescotts I'd like to see you bully.
Okay, I heard that. All right, man. Thank you.
Mark.
Thank you for calling. Philip, I'll catch you.
All you supporters, all you, the Dak supporters out there, even those that just aren't haters, man. Thank you guys for at least listening and trying to understand what this life is really like, man. It's not very good when you have to read things that talk crap about your family openly like that. It's not a fun life.
Right. Hey, George Glaze said to make sure we get you to play a tune, man, because you're really, really good with you and your band.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
All right, take it easy.
All right, later.
Okay, so hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, we're here, and things happen all the time. That was actually Philip Ebar, who is Peggy Prescott's brother, who helped raise Dak Prescott. Really cool guy. He's got a band, does a whole lot of charity work and everything else, is a teacher as well as a coach. And so he is, kind of like everybody else, kind of up here with some of the stuff. I think what happens more times than not is when you see somebody who's famous, football player, politician, an actor, a singer, you put them up here on this pedestal, and it's like they're not human. They're not a person. They're an image. They're that singer. But what we don't realize is they're people that have the same kind of issues that we all do. They all have pains and aches and, fall in love, out of love, broken hearts, family that gets hurt. All of these things, they go, sometimes they've had too many tacos and they're sitting on the toilet feeling really bad, if you know what I mean. But they're just like you, me, and everybody else. They're no different. That's where people come to me, and not that I'm anywhere near anything like that, but people come, oh my God, it's like, listen, dude, I'm just I'm just like you. I'm the same exactly like that. And people don't seem to understand when they throw hate and all this, that, and the other and stuff, or when you see these guys on the field and they get knocked the F out, yeah, man, look at that, man, he got jacked up. That's a person that's down there getting the crap beat out of him. And you shouldn't be applauding it. We should be thankful that these guys are doing this stuff for our entertainment. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's where Philip hears people out here, because I've seen some in here, $40 million, that's too much. How do you know it's too much? How do you know it's too much? And, that camera went down. Okay, let me flip over to this camera. Okay.
The question is how much it was guaranteed.
Sorry, having a little problem with the new camera. The question, because we don't know. Again, like him and I were saying in this conversation, you don't know what the guaranteed money is, how this deal is structured and things like that, because, they got attorneys to figure this stuff out. They don't say, okay, here's $33 million a year and they were done. No, there's a whole lot of shit to this. There's attorneys that are involved. There's agents that are involved. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And here's the thing about it. In the grand scheme of things, okay, some of you are like, okay, 33 is okay, but 35 is not. Wait, really? Is it that much of a difference for a couple of $1 million? When you're talking about that kind of money, that's chump change. It's kind of like when one of these players gets fined $10,000, that's like a $50 parking ticket for us. You're not looking at apples to oranges. And I dare say, for me, it's time to get this thing over with. Okay? It's time to get this deal done, because you just look like the laughing stock of the NFL with this stuff. I mean, seriously. And for you to continue to do this negotiation in public and basically trashing your players, because that's what you do. You trash your players and make them out to be greedy guys. Now, I will say this much. Is, for me, if you got to put together pieces of what you're hearing, okay? Because we heard originally they had offered $33 million back in September. So then we're hearing that, which was originally what I was told was $90 million guaranteed, okay? So if that's the case, then they bumped it up to 105 on their offer of the guaranteed money, because that's what you really have to pay attention to, is how much is guaranteed, okay? So if it's $105 million, basically you're saying it's a 3-year deal. That's what you're really saying it is. And the going rate for quarterbacks now, hate to tell you, the going rate now for quarterbacks is going to be in the mid-30s. Okay? Now, somebody said that Jet D, I saw this while I was doing the thing here, that Jet D is not a Dallas Cowboy fan. He's a Dak Prescott fan. And I got to tell you, what Philip just said on here, that y'all don't know what the F you're talking about. Jet D used to be in Dallas Tyler, Texas, is from Tyler, Texas, was a Dallas Cowboy fan long before Dak Prescott was there. And this is the thing that pisses me off is you have so many people that swear they're experts. They know everything that's going on. Or they will use a narrative like Philip said. You could use statistics to manipulate anything. I am sick and tired of hearing people talking about this past year where they say, well, Dak Prescott didn't win, against playoff teams. Stop first thing. Stop right there. There is no one player that can win by themselves. You're a fool if you actually believe that shit. There is not a single Super Bowl winning quarterback that did not have other players on that field. There's never been a guy on the field by himself winning the Super Bowl. And if it was only about being a great quarterback, then explain to me how come Aaron Rodgers hasn't won one since 2011. Because we said he's the bad man. If it's a case of it's just the quarterback, it's only the quarterback that wins Super Bowls, how come he hasn't won one since 2011? Because he was known as the best one in football, right? Right? Russell Wilson, we say he's the best one. How come he didn't win it then last year? Why? We'll make excuses for those guys. Oh, well, they're in transition. They don't have the defense that they used to. And it's just like, wait. Because as that jackass who used to be the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, who was 0-16, that team. I don't even want to say his name. For him to go through and lie to you and say that, the Cowboys, they're not paying him because, Dak couldn't beat good teams. You know what? Did we not turn the season around last year? Did we not beat the Eagles twice, the defending Super Bowl champions, last year? Because here's what's interesting. For all you that don't believe that, turn on NFL Network right now. Right now. Because right now they got that game in December. I remember being there. Michael was there with me.
Oh, I'm the one that said we should have lost.
Where the Dallas Cowboys, I think Dak had 3 touchdown passes.
That was a good game.
And we ended up winning it in overtime. We literally were left by the side of the road for dead. Dallas Cowboys done. Troy Aikman, blow them up. Get rid of them. They're roadkill. It's over with. They stink. Yet, somehow, some way, they pulled it together. And don't give me this stuff, well, it's all Amari Cooper. Because Amari Cooper wasn't throwing the ball to himself. He wasn't throwing to himself. Because you would make it, some of you guys make it seem like that's what they're doing. It's some bullshit that you're making. Because you guys literally will go through. Because I believe we beat the Eagles twice there. I think we beat the New Orleans Saints. I could be wrong on that. But aren't they a good team? Down the stretch? Didn't we beat Seattle in the playoffs? Playoffs? How many playoff games has Carson Wentz been in, much less won? How many? Huh?
One and he's 0-1. 0-1. And Dak Prescott's 5
Wait.
in the playoffs.
Hold on. Mike, you talking? See, now we got the exclusive Mike cam now. Mike, say hello to everybody. Got Michael Anthony Fitness up in here. So,
Dak Prescott's 500 in the playoffs.
Dak, no, 1 and 2. No, he's 33. 1 and 2.
Oh, so he was in 3 games?
But
I thought he was only in 2.
he was in 3. Because we lost to Aaron Rodgers in that one that he threw for 303 yards and 3 TDs.
That's better Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a
Alex, thank you very much. Because see, now you got that right. Now hold on for 1 second. I need to do. I got that new camera, and see tomorrow I need to do another test on my new camera too. I need to actually do a battery test. So I need to actually do a live stream till the battery goes out on it because I need to find out exactly. They say it has 4 to 6 hours, and I have to do a test on it. So I'm gonna turn on the camera tomorrow and do a live stream. I may not be on there the whole time, but it's gonna be running. But let me reboot the camera real quick. Just hang. I tell you what. Let me give you guys something to look at while I reboot that camera, because I'm sick and tired of people talking about this guy. They're always talking about this guy. Yeah. That's a great guy. He deserves all the money, right? I'm just gonna let that run for a few minutes, okay? I'm just gonna let that roll while we talk here. All right, so let me handle some business here real quick because I was gonna do that before Philip called, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. What we are going to do, or what we did when we had Law Nation in the house, is we actually did 3 drawings. Okay, I'm looking for Young Wilson, I'm looking for Rob Collins, and I'm looking for Eric Freeman. All 3 of you guys are winner chicken dinners. Okay.
Law, they say get the one that's from his channel.
Well, okay.
Halfway 7 last saw me.
So I need all of you guys. Oh, hold on. I need to come.
Whoever won the last item.
Hold on. I didn't turn it back on. Hold on.
From Law
Hold on.
Nation's
Hold on. Hold on.
channel. The last one. You say Mike will get that one.
Okay. I'm part of a beta test, guys. Forgive me. Forgive me, okay? Because this is how we do it. All right, so what we did was we ended up giving away the bronze statue, which is kind of like this one right here, 100th anniversary one. We gave away a set of 4-shot glasses, and we gave away the soft football. All right? So all those things went in. So if you've done any super chats, and we had some more on Saturday that we are adding to the list in here as well, we're going to do a drawing for football rack. Bam. So we're going to give this away tonight. All right. And wait, there's more. What I've done is I've actually put those on sale. So there's a little bit of money off on those. So let me add these other ones to the list from Saturday. Mr. Antoine Wright, cruising. I don't know why a Giant fan is paying me money, but thank you very much. Divorce Moore. Jeff SMA. Sama. Mr. Antoine Wright. Chris Miller. Mr. Antoine Wright. Robbie Radford. And Big Rube. Let me not say Big Rub. I made that mistake, and he sent me an email. Hey, man, you know, I wouldn't normally correct you, but when you say Big Rub, it sounds kind of funny, and I kind of understand that one. I kind of understand that one. So, the camera is still not. Still not catching it. Let me see. Sorry, still trying to get this other camera back in because it's the one that's right here that I normally talk to. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now let's see if I can get this camera to connect. Okay, hold up. See, this is what happens when you deal with broke-ass media. Let's see if it's connecting. Come on, come on. Mevo not available. Okay. Hold up. I'm almost there, guys. If I don't get it this time, then I'm going to just wait. Send them a message and say, hey, we got a problem here. But I hope you're enjoying seeing Carson Wentz fumble all over the field. Okay, let's see if this does it. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hit me with your best shot. Says connected. There we go. Hot damn. Okay. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties here, but at Broke Ass Media, we not only put on the show, we produce the show, we do the show, we do the drawings, we fix the show, and we clean the damn place up because that's how we roll here at Broke Ass Media. All right, so back to Dak Prescott and this contract situation. Did you ever level my main camera? It's been crooked for a couple of weeks. I think, you know, I'm a little bit crooked too. Oh, okay, so somebody's okay. All right, let's stop with Carson Wentz. I'll work on it, but see, you know, when you're old, delusional Dak fan, when you're old, crooked sometimes seems level. The lasagna, it's in the freezer, but you'll see it on Friday, okay? So I end up making the pans out and stuff and think, is great media. Vincent Johnson, why did you have Romo, Brandon Wheaton, Matt Castle, Jason Garrett? Please, Miss Jackie, continue. Educate him. He didn't win it. Blake A., that's a loser's mentality. Do we have Eagle fans up in here? Eagle fan, come on, man. Why are y'all coming in here hating? You know, I'm about to go to war with you guys, man. I mean, seriously. Why are you going to come in here and mess up my stream, man? You know, there's an old saying, he who laughs last laughs the longest. Eagles, I congratulate you on what you guys did, finally getting the Super Bowl. I cannot lie, you guys did the deal. You beat us the last game of the season, or second last game of the season. You got us. I get you that, okay? Great job. Wonderful. But I got to tell you, I honestly believe, this is my thing, and this is not just hating. Believe me, I hate you, but I believe that you guys are headed down. If you, as much as people, just hear me out here. As much as people say they worry about Dak Prescott, he's got accuracy issues, or, he didn't beat the Eagles, or, he's got, whatever you want to say. Well, whatever things that you want to say about Dak. I get it. I don't necessarily agree with all of them and stuff, but I look at it and say, every year he's getting better. I honestly look at, say, from 2018 to 2019, you got a whole better quarterback. That's what I look at. You got a guy who made it through rookie year without missing any games, made it to the playoffs, went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. I'm good with that, okay? We did what the Cowboys do under Jason Garrett, which is suck when it's big games. I can't say that that's Dak, because that's been the history of the Dallas Cowboys under Jason Garrett. 3 years in a row, win and get into the playoffs, and we sucked. It's just what we do. The only two playoff wins that he had without Dak was the Detroit Lions, who don't ever beat anybody if they make the playoffs, and the Eagles. Oh, that's right. We did beat the Eagles under Jason Garrett in the playoffs. And then, of course, we got Seattle last year. I get that. You can question and say, is he the guy that can do that? If you're going to question and say Dak, who had some numbers, and we know you can manipulate numbers, but you still have to say 30 touchdowns is still 30 freaking touchdowns. You still say 4,902 yards, it's still 4,902 yards. You say 11 interceptions, it's still only 11 interceptions. But you have to, as an Eagle fan, honestly, I want you to be honest with yourself. If you have concerns about Dak Prescott, how is it you don't have any concerns about Carson Wentz being able to make it through a season? I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Walker to him got carted off. Didn't he? Walker to him got carted off his second year. Walker to him got carted off his third year. Walker to him finally made the playoffs, and Walker to him walked to the locker room. So 3 years, he was unable to finish the season. How can you look at that and say, I don't have concerns about him being able to stay upright? That I have concerns about him ever winning a playoff game. Am I wrong? At least my quarterback has played in 3 playoff games. And, as much as you guys want to say, hey, it's all good because we had Nick Foles. So that's really Carson Wentz's Super Bowl. I think Carson Wentz's Super Bowl. He was part of it, but so was the secretary in the office. She was part of the organization and getting the paperwork together. But do you look at her and say, hey, Mildred, great job in the Super Bowl. Great job. I'll be honest. I would be, if I were Carson Wentz, the fact that you got that statue of a journeyman quarterback in front of the stadium that I have to go past every time I play a game there is just crazy. Because, see, if they really believe that that Super Bowl was Carson Wentz's, how come they didn't also put a statue right beside him? Why couldn't they? Because when you go down D.C., not too many people going downtown D.C. right now with the coronavirus and stuff. But see, if you go downtown and you look at like the Korean Memorial, you'll see like 50 guys. They're all walking in there together through the jungle. You look at the Vietnam Memorial. You see the 3 soldiers right there together. That statue. But when you go to Lincoln Memorial, it's just Abraham Lincoln in there. You know what I'm saying? You go to the Washington Monument, it's just Washington Monument. Because those, they say, that was the guy. That was the man. George Washington, our first president. Even though there was the whole, Continental Congress. Thomas Jefferson was there. No, it was George Washington. That's why we get this big-ass monument, this obelisk. Vietnam, we were all in there together. So we got guys representing everybody. So how come they're not representing Carson Wentz there too? Big Pain, hold up. Big Pain, hold up. You are the ones that put statues out front of players. We don't have a statue of Roger Staubach there. We don't have a statue of Tom Landry. You guys put a statue there of a guy that you deemed worthy. You guys put a statue of a guy that you deemed worthy and being the guy. So where's Carson Wentz's statue is the better question. Where is Carson Wentz's statue? Because it looks like to me they gave all the credit to Nick Foles. We don't care about or worry about stopping Zeke. When Zeke doesn't get yards, period. Well, I tell you what, I keep just worrying about Zeke, Big Pain, because I know you beat us all the time. I get this. You beat us all. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't. You got a losing record against the Cowboys with Carson Wentz, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? It's a fact. Deny it, I'm lying. It's a fact. Oh, wait. What did that jackass say today? It's a God-given... Wait, what? No, what did he say? He brought God in there because Dak Prescott hasn't beaten anybody in 2 years. And I said, well, I guess you could say beating the Eagles 3 times. Yeah, they're nobody. I could say that. But he said it was it's proven by... No, what was it he said? I can't remember, but I was just like, damn, you going all in to try and get people to believe that crap you're shoveling. You know what? I tell you what, Big Pain. You know what? You know what you're going to have to worry about next year, my man? We're going to be changing things up. See, you used to have to go ahead and say you worried about Zeke, and that would be a fair assumption last year because we know that Jason Garrett wouldn't come up with the Philly special. Jason Garrett was going to go ahead and run Zeke till the wheels fell off. I agree with you. That's the way it used to be. Oh, we have a statue of Tom Landry. Tom Landry's out there. We have one of Tom Landry, okay? You used to only have to worry about Zeke, but guess what, Big Pain? Big Pain. Big Pain. Big Pain. Even with only having to worry about Zeke, apparently you didn't do that much stopping him because we did beat you 5 times to your 3. You know, my quarterback is serving up the hot L's to you guys. But here's what you're going to have to worry about next year. There was a team back in the 80s and 90s that was known for the West Coast offense. What it was death by 1,000 cuts. They took a running back.
Gil Soto Jr. Thank you for that super chat, my man.
They took a running back, and he not only got 1,000 yards at 4.9 yards a carry. Roger Craig, 4.9 yards a carry. Zeke's only done that once in his life. He also got 1,000 yards receiving at 11 yards a clip. But wait, there's more. They also passed the F out of the football, hitting receivers left and right. You didn't know where it was coming from. So you're right. You used to only have to worry about Zeke Elliott. But see, Dak Prescott, his mechanics have gotten better. His reading of defenses have gotten better. And now he's got a coach. Now he's got a coach who knows how to play football. You have a coach who understands using motion, who understands the importance of play action, understands analytics, and understands that, you know, this guy does this really well, so we're going to use more of that. So instead of being like a sledgehammer constantly on first down, trying to run Zeke up the middle, that's right. You're going to have to worry about a little bit more this year.
Andre Grant, how are you doing? Thank you very much for that super chat.
Mark, if you don't have any haters, you're not doing anything. Oh, then I must be the bomb then, because man, I got so many haters. Man, it ain't even funny. But let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and do this first draw here. Okay, again, Young Wilson, I'm looking for you. Eric Freeman, I'm looking for you. And Rob Collins, I'm looking for you, dog. Okay? I'm looking for you. All right, Michael Anthony, do you feel like getting up off the couch and pulling a name for me? Drum roll, please. I need to get sound. I need to get a sound effects machine. That's the next thing we're gonna get. So when we do these draws, it's a way of saying thank you guys for helping to support the channel. We're doing more and more stuff as far as trying to upgrade the studio and better equipment. And if we can get over this coronavirus, we'll be doing what?
Jet D.
Nah.
I was like, Jet D won.
Okay, you know what? No, okay, Jet, you got one. Pick another one. We're gonna do no. Jet D is a winner chicken dinner. Well, we got to give up another one, okay? Jet, I got you covered, man.
I didn't pick that one either.
Okay, look. They're gonna say we're cheating.
No.
Who you got?
Dallas Cowboys something.
Dallas Cowboys for life. That sounds like a winner right there. Dallas, look.
We got Jet D.
Hold on, let me.
I think that's what it says.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys for life. So look, let me see this. I actually love this feature right here. Look at this. Bam. Dallas Cowboy for life. You are the winner. Boom, right there. And Jet D. Jet D is a winner, too. Jet, I got to go back to Waynesboro on Wednesday, too. So, Jet D, look, no. Listen, man. You know what? I can make those racks, man. I can make those racks. It ain't no problem. You should have one at your house. Okay. I see Mike. Okay, hold on. Mike J.
Mike J. Mike J. Thank you very much.
And
John Jones. Thank you very much.
okay. All right. I don't know. Mike McCarthy has an unhealthy obsession with football. That's what I want to coach. You know, a lot of people say, well, you know, at the end of his tenure there at Green Bay, he did some questionable things. The team went downhill. That happens. Guys get burned out. And sometimes you need some time off or you need a change of scenery. You could say that with Andy Reid because Andy Reid, you know, I'll give the Eagles and Andy Reid credit because they ended up being, dominant. They didn't win Super Bowl. They made it to a Super Bowl, but they were the last team to be repeat champions. Sorry, left the voice on. Actually, that was my real voice. They were the last team to be repeat division winners, and they won 3 years in a row. Just imagine that. 3 years in a row. Oh, the flag fell down? Okay, I knocked it. Man, it's the other mount. Okay, man. Listen, it's broke-ass media, okay? Broke-ass media. You get one guy who's running all this stuff, okay? So we're going to knock the towel off when we have to restart the camera, okay? All right? It happens. It happens, man. I keep telling E2 Blue, E2, man, I give you a job, buddy. Come here and help a brother out. I keep begging my son, Michael Anthony, I need some help, man. I need some help. I can't do it all. But nobody helps. Nobody helps. So you get this with broke-ass media. Actually, for Mark in a row. Hey, Mark, can I please get one of those football racks? Eddie,
Send me your address.
Mike McCarthy going to do the same thing Andy Reid did when he got the hell away from Philly, win a ring. Well, I got to at least say this much. You know something? I believe Mike McCarthy. Wait, actually, hold on. Let me. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Mike McCarthy have more playoff wins at AT&T than Jason Garrett did? Am I wrong on that? He won, of course, with Green Bay in our house, right? He won the Super Bowl in our house. So he knows the stadium. Doesn't he know that? He should know Aaron Rodgers pretty well. I say this. I can't look and say Jason Garrett was a top 10 coach. I honestly cannot say that. I can't say that Jason Garrett was a top 20 coach. Can you say that? I can't really say that Jason Garrett was a top 30 coach. I'm not going to go any further than that, but you get my point. I can't look and say there was one thing that Jason Garrett did that I say, wow, Jason Garrett, great job. And anybody who says, well, you didn't complain about him when we're winning, no, actually I did. Because many times that you looked at stuff that we got lucky because Tony Romo willed us to win in spite of Jason Garrett. That you couldn't look and say, wow, Jason Garrett, now that guy outcoached the other team. When you have a coach that has blown 20-point plus leads on a regular basis, you want to know what a good coach is? Pete Carroll, I'm going to probably be off a little bit by this, but I think he is 53-1 when he's had any lead at halftime. Any lead when he was with Seattle. Think about that.
Washine Warrior 77, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. We're going to enter you in the drawing. I know I butchered that name.
So, that's all I have to say about that. I'm just saying, if for no other reason, you got to think that the fact that we'll be running something different, at least the first couple of games, people aren't going to know exactly what we're going to do. We might come out on first down and throw a pass. Heaven forbid. We might come out and do a play action. Hell, we might even have like motion on a play. It could happen. It could happen. Pay no mind to, you know what? I have to say that playing with the trolls is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I hate to say that, but sometimes it's fun to kind of mess with them a little, just a little bit. I think going to the fourth quarter, but yes, they know how to close games. Yeah. But you know how many times, you know how it used to be with Jason Garrett? Jason Garrett, you would go into the fourth quarter, even if we had a lead, you would go through and say, oh, God, how are we going to lose this? How are we going to lose it? I know we're going to lose it. Something's going to happen. Denver is going to keep Flacco. It sounded like they were thinking about it. You know, there's so many, you've got so many quarterbacks that we're talking about possibly moving to other teams and things like that. Who knows where everything's going to go? We always think that people are going to move, and a lot of times they end up deciding, you know what, we're going to hold on to that guy. You know, everybody, Tom Brady basically said, you don't know crap. Nobody knows crap about what I'm doing. Jet, I know, Jet, it's hard to believe, but yes, those things might actually happen with our offense. Blame Jerry Jones why you guys didn't get it done last year. You made Dak have to prove himself. Well, you know what, Big Pain? You know, you're an Eagle fan, and I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. But you actually have a lot. There's actually a lot correct in that statement. Jerry Jones, instead of getting D-Law's contract done, and instead of getting Zeke, deal done, instead of being up here doing this kind of crap.
Good color. Mexico. He's got your camera. We're having some fun. Not at your expense. But seriously, just talk about what he's done and just continue the show. He just, now I will say this, that was a critical blitz pickup.
Yeah. Instead of us getting Zeke Elliott in the fold, Jerry Jones is over there. Zeke who? Zeke who? That was time that Zeke should have been in the fold. Instead of getting D-Law's deal done so that way he would go ahead and get his shoulder worked on. Those two guys, you can't have two guys that are that important that are sitting on the sidelines. So, yeah, Jerry has part of that to blame, too. And that's why you need to go ahead and just get this thing done, because you get this thing done and start focusing in on free agency. Guys, Monday starts legal tampering. Free agency. Free agency. Less than a week. Can we see the clock? Look at this. You see that down there? We got 3 days. 3 days left. Why are those all in there? I didn't hold it. Things jumping around crazy. Things, they got all new features on the cameras and stuff, and I just don't know how to run this shit. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But we got 3 days, 18 hours, 53 minutes left before the end of tagging period. And then we got midnight on Saturday for the Players Association, unless they kick it out further, to decide whether or not they're going to take the deal. And then come Monday, we got legal tampering. The season is here. You need to get this shit done early so we can start getting these guys in camp, practicing, working out, getting stronger together, and feeling good about a team. Philadelphia underdogs versus everybody. Mark, 3 playoff wins. Yes, you're right, Philadelphia. But you know what? How about 53 years without a Super Bowl trophy? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? I don't know. Do you remember that? Do you remember Reggie Jackson, you think that Jerry Jones knows what he's doing? Oh.
Glenn Arrington, thank you very much for that super chat.
See, if Jerry Jones knew what he was doing, we would have a lot more than those 3 Super Bowls in the 90s, because he would have learned that, hey, it's my company. I put the people in charge of the positions that needed to win Super Bowls. I own all this stuff. I own all of it. It's all me. Instead, he wanted to be the one who got all the credit, including coaching the players and everything else. And that ego cost us more victories. And when he decided that I built this, delusional as it was, because he did not build that on his own. He had help. The Herschel Walker trade, the coach on the field, the Hall of Fame quarterback, the Hall of Fame wide receiver, the maintenance people. They did that thing together. Everybody together came together at the same time and were lightning in a bottle and won that thing together. And if he knew what he was doing, he wouldn't have changed that and got rid of a guy who was doing it. Because then he decided, I could put any coach out there, any coach, a number of 500 different coaches, and win the Super Bowl. And yeah, we did win the Super Bowl in spite of the coach he put in there. But then to continue hiring coaches from within. You guys don't remember those 5 and 11 years. 5 and 11, 5 and 11, 5 and 11, 3 years in a row. You don't remember bringing in guys like Ryan Leaf and things like that, or Chad Henne. You don't remember those things, do you? Because those are things that we did as an organization that were stupid. You don't remember giving up 2 number ones for Joey Galloway, do you? You don't remember the times when we gave up a number 1 and I think a third for Roy Williams. You don't remember when we were doing things like paying Miles Austin after 1 good year with a guy who had histories of hamstring issues. You don't remember him paying $54 million to Marion Barber, who was a part-time starter, who you knew was not going to play for very long because of his style. Marion Barbarian, because he was literally running into brick walls. You don't remember him paying guys like Jay Ratcliffe, though, do you? The Rat. The Rat who couldn't play and was injured, until he could get a chance to play in Chicago. Then, miraculously, he got better. If he knew what he was doing, he wouldn't have made those kind of crazy moves, trading up and down in the draft and doing stupid shit. It wasn't until he got Will McClay.
Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee. Thank you very much for the super chat.
And you say he knows what he's doing? Will McClay was the one that fixed our drafting situation. Remember, he wanted to get Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think it's time to end this thing. On that note, I think it's just that just took all the oxygen out the room. Oh yeah, I remember we had Marcus Spears. Justin Quarles, I'm 19. You're only 19, Big Pain? You a baby, man. Damn. Michael's almost old enough to be your daddy. I said almost. Almost.
10 years old.
I said almost, Mike. Almost, okay? Wait a minute. All right, Mike, I said almost, okay? Daggone.
10 years old. Well,
19. No, 19.
Koza Banks. Thank you very much for that super chat.
Sorry, I butchered up your name. Koza Banks. All right. Stuart Morrison. See you real soon, my man. Okay. 16. Mojo 2. You're 16. I got babies up in here watching this thing. Good Lord.
That's good.
16.
Then you know you're demographic
Damn.
is reaching out to people.
I've lived your life over 3.5 times, son. Imagine that. The time you've been on this earth, I've done that 3.5 times. You're a baby. Cowboy legends, shots on you. Well, I tell you what. Actually, listen. Today, okay, I know a lot of you guys, okay, should have gotten your shot glasses and or racks today because I put them in the mail. Was it Thursday or Friday? Whatever it was. But basically they said Monday was the day that most of them were getting there. I had 2 come back because the addresses are messed up. I don't have them in front of me, but I have to go ahead and put that out. I will put it because there's 2 guys that I screwed it up. I just screwed up the address. But I'll list that in the community page in there to say, hey, you guys, I screwed up your address. What is your address? Email me. If you have become a channel member, not a subscriber now, not a subscriber. If you are a channel member, okay, that means you're helping out a little extra because you're paying a little bit of money on the, the email. Bam. Ask and you shall receive. It's right there. If you go to the home screen, you see subscribe. Underneath it says join. If you click on that, like Sheila Brazil has right there, or like Jet D has, or like Eddie has right there, you see the little Jobu symbol or a star and stuff, that denotes how long you've been actually a member, okay? And what I'm doing for members, if you join directly.
Anthony Johnson, thank you very much for the super chat. Better late than never.
If you end up joining the membership, I'm sending you out a shot glass, okay? Because it's time for you guys to grab your shot glass, okay? So if you got Anthony, I'm sorry, that was Anthony. If you got your shot glass today, or when you get your shot glass, take a picture of yourself with the shot glass, okay? And email it to me at cowboysmark94@gmail. Cowboysmark94@gmail. Okay? Because I want to add you to the video. One final point I want to make tonight, and I shouldn't probably do it, but I'm going to do it because we're family. You have to understand that I am 54 years old. I have seen a lot of incredible things in my lifetime because I remember when we went to the moon and landed on the moon. I remember when Martin Luther King was shot. I'm old enough to have been the first class integrated in my school. I saw the Iranian hostage crisis. I saw the Vietnam War. And things when I was young were a lot different than they are now. The world has gotten smaller. For us, we actually had a rotary dial phone. Believe it or not, you'd have to go, okay, you go like this, right? Okay. And if it was more than about 15 miles away, it was a long distance call. And it cost you money to go ahead and make a long distance. I'm telling you, like 20 miles to Fredericksburg, that's a long distance call. You're getting charged for that call. There was no call waiting. There was no internet. And when you watched football,
Greg Roberts, thank you very much for the super chat.
When you watched football, there was no ESPN or Sports Center. There was George Michael's Sports Machine, which came on Sunday nights for 30 minutes, which was like the precursor to ESPN. I can understand back then because you basically only got your home team stuff. Okay? If you want to know stuff about the Cowboys and you lived in D.C., basically you had to either see that game that they just played, the Redskins, or you had to wait for Sports Illustrated, that's right, a magazine to come out on Friday to read about it. I'm serious. That's how old I am. But today, things are incredible. The fact that I'm sitting here right now in my basement and you are getting broadcast to your house to 347 people at this moment. Some of you might be in Australia, South America, China, definitely Dallas, New York, D.C., California, Washington, Florida, across the country and across the world, that things are different. That you have all the information at your fingertips and the touch. And so when somebody says, you can't.
Chris Miller, thank you very much for the super chat.
Somebody says that you can't be a real Cowboys fan if you're not from Dallas. You just a stupid somebody. You really are. Because it's just as easy to be a fan anywhere. It all brings us here together. And the fact that you have to go through and say, you're not a real fan, you know what? Take a look around here. Look at all of the Dallas Cowboys gear that I get. Think about, I probably know more about the Dallas Cowboys than you do. I probably met more players than you do. I am a carpenter, I am a cook, I am a father, I am a husband, and I'm an American. I'm a lot of things. So when I look at all these people that are here across the country and the world, that you guys are real fans. You're diehard fans. You all, look, Cowboys legend. He's a legend, and he's from Denver. A legend in Denver. We are out here reaping the star. And this whole concept that if you're not from Dallas, you can't be a Dallas Cowboy fan. So what are people that are in Idaho or Iowa, North Dakota, South Dakota? What, they're just not supposed to be football fans? Is that how it is? That's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Now, see, Tiara, you know, shout out to you being born and raised in Texas, baby. Dallas, Texas. I was born and raised in Northern Virginia, hating the Washington Redskins and sticking it in their back every chance I get. You know what I'm saying? We're all fans. And instead of us Cowboy fans fighting against ourselves about whether Dak or Romo and all, we can like both of them. Who we need to be fighting are those sorry-ass Eagles. Okay? With their broke-ass quarterback. All right, so all of you members that are going to make sure you send me a picture, get your shot glass ready, because here we go. Oh, wait, why isn't it playing? Play. There we go. Q. Did it play? Hold on. Did the video play? Or did I mess it up? Jet, did it play? I thought it played. It should have played. It didn't play. Try it again. Oh, damn. I'm sitting here thinking, you know, it sucks getting old. It really sucks. Let me try this one more time. Hold up. Let's go again. Damn. I'm sitting there watching it thinking it's going through. Nothing yet? It's not. Damn. Okay, I suck. Okay, yeah. I get it. Mind is a terrible thing to waste. that damn broke ass media, man. We always messing up. But special thanks to all the channel members. I appreciate all the support, and even if you're not a channel member, I appreciate everybody coming in, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you punch. What did you say? Punch the. Yeah, make sure you've got all the notifications on there. One thing I found out is YouTube will only notify you 3 times in 24 hours that there's a video. So you guys know I always do my first video in the morning. You know, don't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. I kind of do like a midday report. And then, of course, when I get home from work and then, you know, I got the live. So, okay, I do too many damn videos. I get it. Too many damn videos, but it's all good. Everybody's been asking... I got this heart thing that's kind of on right here, checking out my heart. My heart's been kind of beating a little funny lately, and I think it's Dak contractitis or something or other, that this whole thing is just killing me. It's just killing me, Jerry. Please get this deal done, man. But here's that shot for all you fans out there. I appreciate it. Robbie, I'm glad. Listen. Understand, when you're dealing with broke-ass media, I miss stuff, okay? So sometimes you got to send stuff, you know, a couple of times. And listen, if you become a channel member, not a subscriber, channel member, and you have not gotten your shot glass, you've got to email me your address, okay? I sent out like 38 or 40 of them on Thursday or Friday. They should be getting there today. So with that being said, it is 10:30. We've been 30 minutes into overtime. Good Lord. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this thing up. You ain't got to go home, but it's time to turn off the lights. Melvin, if you become a channel member, you can get a shot glass for free. Or if you go to my website, which is cowboyjobu.com, you can actually order some of them from there, as well as Jet got one of these. You can order these online there too, as well as Dallas Cowboy for Life, which is a Law Nation guy. Dude, email me CowboysMark, because you are a winner, along with Young Wilson, along with Jet D. Well, Jet, I know you. Rob Collins and Eric Freeman. Those are all of our winner. You want to be a member? Damn, I can't. I don't have the link. Okay, if you go to my home screen, hey Jet, can you grab the member link and post it real quick? Can you do that for a brother? Can you do that? I'll hold on here. Look, I'll drink some more coffee. Can you grab that for a brother? Jet. Yeah, Jet. Come on, Jet. Are you mad at me, Jet? Because I know I was seeing another grill master, but I still love you, dog. Listen, man. It was Texas barbecue. He didn't mean anything. It was just I was hungry. Man. And I went by and I was like, damn. Come on, man. Yeah, you can't blame a brother.
You can't blame.
Jet. Come on, Jet.
You can't blame you when the man's a Dallas Cowboys fan.
That's right. He's a right. Come on, Jet. Oh, give you a second. Okay. I don't mean to rush you. I don't mean to rush you, Jet. You know how much you mean to me, dog. You know how much you mean. I was eating some of your barbecue last night. I mean, I know it was after the other guy's ribs, but that pulled pork was good. That pulled pork was good, man. With the pickled onions, man, it was great. You know, it was different, man. Cause that was just eating. You know, I was just eating with that guy. You know, we dined. You know, understand, Jeff? We dined, man. We go out to dinner. Okay. All right, this is getting kind of creepy now. So let me stop that. Can you get that? Oh, you got the link. Okay. So those of you who wanted to know, what the link is to become a channel member, Jet, my man, my buddy, my home slice, is there. And if you don't get that link, it's right there when you go on the home page. It says subscribe. Underneath it says join. It doesn't say join memberships. It just says join. So you look at that and say, join what? I don't know. You don't want to click on something you don't know. For all you know, it might be a virus and takes over your shit. So, that's what it is, to join and become a channel member. So, with that being said, I'm going to finish turning off the lights. Because this party, well, it's gotten crazy.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year, start the same old thing again.
That is it, Mike. Monday night is in the books. All right, tomorrow we got some work to do in the shop tomorrow. Get that stuff together, and then we got to head to Waynesboro on Wednesday and get that stuff squared away. Any more news break while I was on? Anything? Man, you supposed to be keeping up with stuff for me, man. I wish E2 lived closer. Get him to help out. Well, see, what I need is, I need to be kind of like Howard Stern. Howard Stern has Robin. Yeah, I take. Well, no, but see, it's really cool.
I know about him. I never actually watched any of the shows, but I know all the.
Well, it's good to be able to have somebody else there to go ahead and bounce stuff off of and stuff, and have somebody who can kind of go through and read emails and things like that. Because it gets to be hard with
Who's that guy on?
I love reading the comments.
Yes, on S Sports One.
S Sports One, Fox Sports One.
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, he kind of had that person too. I forget that name.
Yeah, well, that actually works out really good. Well, she's eye candy. Okay, I'm not getting any eye candy.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm telling you, but she's very knowledgeable what she talks about too.
Yeah, and she's also eye candy too, and which is the draw. But Colin most of those guys, what their job is to throw gasoline on a fire.
Yeah,
and it's to say something outlandish that's going to make people, because
and they a lot of them have writers. Tell them what to say, or at least give them a gesture what to say.
Speak for yourself. That show, I tell you what, with Jabba the Hutt gone this past, last week, that show was actually a lot better. I didn't necessarily agree with everything people were saying, but that show was a lot better without him being there. Because, he is just like just a straight hater. You actually wonder sometimes, are these really these guys' opinions? Because every time, you actually, it's not their opinions. Because every time they're always on opposite ends of the argument.
Stop telling you, they have writers that tell them what to say. Ask on Darren Wilson.
How cool was it for Philip to call in tonight? That was cool. At first, I didn't know. I was like, Philip, I'm live streaming right now. Can we talk later? Because I didn't want him to. I was like, don't say something that I can't put out on air.
What you should do is cut that piece out of your live stream and make a separate video. Which is easy.
Actually, yeah, I should, and just put that on there.
Because you can do that on there and save that as a new video. You just have to cut out that section of it.
Oh. Hi there. Hey, I'm still on, aren't I? Okay. So this was overtime. Did I say, let me think, what did I say? Did I say anything bad? Yes, you're a Howard Stern fan as well. Okay. Still on. All right. I will see you guys.